on why go to university. Just a quick reminder that if you do have any questions or you want to get in touch with us, our contact details can be found at the bottom of the page in the description, just below. Email's in there, so do in touch if there's anything that you'd like to ask or anything we can help you with. So today's subject is why go to university. Now, there are many good reasons and many reasons that people do decide to go to university. Obviously, one of the biggest ones is the academic side. So by going to university, you have the opportunity to increase your knowledge in a specific area. So at university, you really get the chance to dive in, get in depth in the subject that you love, the subject that you're most interested in. You don't have to study a broad range of subjects that you have to do at school or at college, sorry. You pick the one that you're most interested in, and you get to go as in depth as you want in that area. Obviously, you benefit from the experience of the lectures and the tutors that you'll have at university. These are experts in their field. These are people who've dedicated their lives to studying these areas, and they're there on hand to teach you and guide you through your university experience. Most of the people you'll be working with on the academic side will be researchers themselves. So you'll be working with people doing current research into areas that you're interested in. A lot of the staff will be international and will bring their experience from all the corners of the globe. So a really, really rich academic experience to be had at university. And for a lot of people, that will be the key reason for going to university. One of the other things that we can't dismiss is the earning potential that you'll have as a graduate. In a 2018 study, they found that on average, graduates earned £10,000 a year more than non-graduates across, all years of experience in work. So if you think about that over the course of a lifetime, if you're working for 30 or 40 years, it really does add up. And so graduates do have a higher earning potential than those who are non-graduates. There's also a lot more opportunities within work, but having that degree and having the qualification means that you'll be able to work, perhaps be able to get promotions quicker, be able to work in different sectors of the industry that you're particularly interested in. Obviously, there are a number of jobs that you can only go into with a degree. I mean, if you want to work in medicine, if you want to be a teacher, soon if you want to join the police force, you want to be a vet. Lots and lots of areas where a degree is required as a minimum requirement for a job these days. So on the as well as the academic side, thinking towards careers and your earning potential is something that you have to think about with university as well. Independence is something that university will give most people, particularly if you're going straight after college or sixth form. This might be your first taste of real independence, the chance to live away from home, to learn to look after yourself, whether that be through cooking and cleaning or managing your finances. It's a real chance to sort of stand on your own 2 feet and get out there. Independence isn't just in the way that you live, also in the academic side. The way that you learn at university is much more independently focused than, again, at school or college or sixth form. You're given the materials to work with and the knowledge to work with, and you decide how you're going to use that. You decide the way that you're going to work, the direction that you want to take your work. You're given a lot more freedom and independence to work in the way that you want to do. So it is a big adjustment for some people at the start, but ultimately it means that you're following the path that you're most interested in. You're not, just coming back with the same subjects and the same ideas that perhaps you might have done at BTEC or A-level, where your curriculum is quite restricted. You're able to branch out more in different directions on the academic side. University qualifications are international qualifications. When you get a degree from a university in the UK, that's recognised around the world. And obviously that brings with it a lot of opportunities to live and study abroad. what a lot of people don't realize is often if you actually are interested in living in another country, or perhaps even emigrating somewhere, the fact that you have a degree, the fact that you're university educated, can be the difference between getting a visa to live and work somewhere and not. It's very, very, it seems a very, a very good qualification to have and life experience to have, and something that other countries are looking for. So as well as opening opportunities for you, in some cases it can be a regulation in itself to fulfilling those opportunities. In terms of the international side, again, at university you have the chance to participate in exchange programs, the Erasmus program, studying abroad, perhaps for a whole year or perhaps just for one semester. You get the chance to go to another university or in another country and learn the language, find out a little bit more about the culture, and learn in a different environment. So things that can really affect you and develop great skills, language skills, interpersonal skills as well. Another area thinking towards the future is the development of key skills. At university, you will develop the skills that you're going to need for a career, for your work and for your working life. Obviously, communication skills, whether those be verbal through presentation or written communication skills through the assignments that you write, organization skills, being able to get things in the right place, in the right order, time management skills. Again, we were talking about the independence that you're granted at university. That independence is there to be utilized, but you need to do it well. And you will have to develop your time management skills and be able to get into a routine possibly for yourself and learn how to juggle perhaps a part-time job, lectures, the work that you want to do, as well as obviously your social life. So you're developing these key skills for your career and your working life. Again, a lot of the degrees that are offered to get the University of Suffolk involve an element of work experience and actually getting out there and finding what it's like to work in the industry that you're interested in. For example, our wildlife ecology and conservation science students actually have the opportunity to go and work on a reserve. They go to South Africa and find out what it's like to work on a wildlife reserve and get those skills of working with other people as well as working with the animals that hopefully they'll be able to take forward into the job that they go into at the end of it. Okay, again, a big thing about university might be living away from home, actually living on your own, living in on-campus accommodation, the chance to move out of your family home and into your own space. So again, we talked about the independence that might be before. So as well as all of those skills of cooking and cleaning, the chance to live with people your own age, to make new friends, to live in that environment, which would be very, very different perhaps to the environment that you've lived in before. So a great way to experience new things and meet new people at university. One thing that's important to mention with all of this talk of freedom, independence, the chance to do things for yourself, is that you're not alone. You're really not alone. There is ongoing support from the second that you arrive at even before you get to university. Student support services will be available to students, from when you're offered a place at university right through your time there. Now, this could be in areas like finance, where people can help you to budget, can run you through, how you work out how much student loan you have, how much you're paying for your accommodation, how much does that mean you can budget on your social life, your food, that type of thing. There are people in the career service who can help you think about what you might want to do at the end of your degree, and also what you can do while you're studying to improve your career prospects, how you can get out there and get a little bit more work experience, the areas that you might want to think about. There's a huge emphasis and help available for people with disabilities. There will be specific workers at a university in the student support who can help you through the needs that you might have individually at the university, as well as look at what's available for you, perhaps financially, to support you through your learning. Health and well-being experts at university who can talk to you about stress, who you can go to if you need advice, if you need to talk to them about your own health and well-being. And we have general counselling as well, who, if you have any problem at all at university, there are people there who are there to help. They're trained professionals who are on hand to give you that extra support. We also have at the University of Suffolk, the library service offer a lot of academic skills sessions. So when you first arrive at university, you might not be so au fait with referencing, or the way that students are expected to write essays at university, perhaps note-taking in lectures. There are specialist classes that you can go to with support in the library, where you can work on those skills that you'll need when you're studying. So although, as we mentioned, that independence is there, and it's a great opportunity for you to do things on your own, at the same time, there is a whole team there backing you up, and that support is available for you when you need it. So the last thing that I want to talk to you today in our sort of why go discussion is student activities and social life. So for a lot of people, this will be the thing that attracts them most to university. The opportunity to meet new people, meet people from all over the country, from all over the world, develop friendships that will last a lifetime at university. It can be quite daunting when you first start, but you have to remember that everybody's in the same boat. Everyone's coming in, a little bit worried, perhaps a little bit apprehensive about what's going to happen. And so you are able to make friends very, very quickly at university. There are plenty of clubs and societies that you can get involved with, where there's a ready-made friendship group of people who are interested in similar topics to you. If there's a club and society that you would like to join and doesn't already exist at the University of Suffolk, there's the opportunity to start that club yourself. The student union will help you to actually start a club or an organisation, and you can invite your own members and make friends that way. There's loads of activities that go on, social sports, competitive sports, students get involved with. We have, at the beginning of term, there's what's called Freshers Week, or Freshers Fortnight, perhaps it is these days, where the Students' Union will put on lots of different events for you to find out what's happening at the university, the opportunity to get involved in activities with other new students, to make friends and to see what's going on with other people. So as well as, trying new things academically, it's a great opportunity to try things in your personal life, try new activities, meet new people. This is one of the top things that we hear when people talk about their university experience. Now, hopefully, we've given you some ideas today about the reasons why you might want to consider university. There is a virtual open event happening at the University of Suffolk on the 27th of June. So that's Saturday, the 27th of June. If you go to the university's website, which is uos.ac.uk, you can sign up for the virtual open event. Find out a little bit more about the subjects we do, find out a bit more about the opportunities that university has to offer. And again, as I was mentioned at the very beginning, if there is any questions that come up, or anything that you'd like us to contact you about, anything that you'd like to contact us about, to do with university, whether that's why go to university, or any of the other topics that we've covered in this Let's Talk Uni series here on YouTube Live, please do get in touch. Our contact details are at the bottom of the screen in the description, and you can get in touch with us there. Okay, so we did have a question asking about why you would consider going to university this year rather than putting it off perhaps to the following year. Great question. All of the opportunities that are there at university will be there in the future, but what's stopping you doing it now? What's stopping you getting involved and taking that step towards your university career at the moment. Universities are doing everything they can at the moment to make sure that the university experience will be fantastic for the 2020-21 academic year. So I would say definitely find out what's available, find out what's going on, and put yourself forward, to take that step to go to university. Can you take pets to university? Depending on where you live. Most halls of residence at university won't allow pets in the university. But if you live in a private residence, then I suppose you probably could. It depends on that. Remember, you will be very busy at university. Make sure you have time to care for a pet or an animal if that's what you decide to do. Okay, well, thank you ever so much for joining me today. We'll see you here every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. for the next in our Let's Talk Uni sessions. Okay, bye-bye.